Peter Quill, aka Starlord, is the most legendary hero in Marvel Rivals. When he's not cruising through the galaxy with the rest of his Guardians, he's stunting on fools and making good money while doing it. He's a quick hit-and-run type character that excels at tearing your enemies apart from close range with high burst DPS. He has some potential to kill squishier foes in one mag dump at his optimal ranges, but the Lord of Stars can find success at medium-range engagements with smart play, positioning, and some substance with all that style. Starting off, his main weapons are dual-wielded element guns. 40 rounds of hit scan goodness with a blistering 0.05 fire rate. Basically, it takes about 2 seconds for you to go from full to empty. This helps him absolutely dumpster enemies from close range though, as his 1 mag potential is within 15 to 20 meters. He may sound like a one-pump chump for now, but Quill has plenty of surprises to make him one of Rival's best potential DPS heroes. His secondary ability, Stellar Shift, is a stylish dodge in the direction Starlord is grooving to. It reloads your weapons and takes you about 10 meters wherever you were headed, making it a great way to dodge incoming fire and be ready to throw down whenever and wherever. Comboing Stellar Shift into your regular combat is a good idea to keep your DPS and pressure up, but be sure to have one stocked in case you need to make a quick reload and escape. More testing is needed on if Stellar Shift gives you damage reduction, but my initial thoughts are that you do get some kind of iframe when you are in the dodge. The next ability is Starlord's main movement ability, Rocket Propulsion. It carries you forward at speed for about 50 meters if you hold down the button. You can cancel the boost to retain some fuel, otherwise it takes about 12 seconds to fully recharge. At time of recording, you can use the boost even when it's not full. I like to use propulsion to obviously get to areas fast, but also to hit and run opponents and to chase down enemy supports or protect my own. The Star-Lord giveth and the Star-Lord taketh away. Propulsion really shines with the next ability though, Blaster Barrage. This damage ability has Quill firing rapid shots all around him in a frenzy, not unlike a certain edgy shotgun. I'm of course talking about Shadow the Hedgehog. Anyway, Blaster Barrage fires a lot of damage, about 21 points of damage per shot, 4 shots in a second for 8 seconds, and it's in a very small radius. But as I said above, it eats when combined with propulsion. You can keep up in your enemies' faces and outmaneuver slower opponents to shred them down to no health in an instant. It works incredibly well when you rush in, mag dump, then pop the barrage in combination with propulsion to ensure maximum mayhem on the fool dumb enough to go toe-to-toe with Starlord. The most legendary part of his kit, and you totally won't get tired of hearing that, I promise, is his ultimate, Galactic Legend. Quill is able to freely fly around and has an auto-aim to melt enemies from medium distances. It works really well if you can fly close and get the maximum DPS from his blasters, but even just taking the time to use Stellar Shift instead of regular reloading increases your DPS in this mode from all ranges. Be aware that folks will be looking out for you when you scream your ult line, so pop it in a safe area to avoid being gunned down before you can get your dairy out. At time of recording, Starlord has no passive abilities, but he does currently have a team-up ability with Adam Warlock, Leader's Soul. This ability allows Starlord and Mantis to use Adam's passive of Cocooned Revival, meaning you navigate your way into the fray more quickly after an unfortunate end. If my team is still alive, I like to fly back to the backline and resurrect. If it was a wipe, then I'll fly closer to spawn to ensure I can regroup with the team. The only exception to this is if we're about to lose a game. Starlord never takes second place. Quill's kit is a classic example of a hit-and-run dive bomber that excels at burst DPS, ending 1v1 threats, and finishing up damaged foes with off-angle pushes. He also does really well with quick assaults on foes left out in the open after team fights. He won't necessarily win battles like an outstanding support or tank will, but he'll provide tons of DPS with high levels of precision as long as you play with the goal in mind of hitting your enemies quickly and with the style of a Starlord.